Four people in a room talking about everything. Or talking about really nothing at all. You decide.
Welcome. This is the Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Are we rolling and recording?
We are.
Yeah.
Recording and rolling.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling
Okay.
and recording.
Yeah.
Recording and rolling.
See me rolling.
And
Recording.
I just saw that, I think it's maybe the 20th anniversary of a Limp Bizkit song just came out. Like,
Nookie?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe it was
I think
Nookie.
that was their big one, right?
Yeah,
and
break
rolling.
stuff and rolling.
Yeah, rolling.
Yeah.
My way, all the high. I love
yeah.
Limp Bizkit.
I think Nookie was their biggest song, though.
Haven't they made a comeback that people care
They
about?
opened for Metallica
Yeah.
in Toronto recently.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So actually, Andy, who works with us in engineering, he took his kids. Instead of going on a vacation, he took his sons to Toronto to see Metallica. And this is such a cool idea. 2 nights at the Rogers Centre, a Thursday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
And both nights it was different sets.
Yeah, that's
And then
what
different
I was
openers.
Yeah.
So it was Pandora.
Who are we talking
Pantera.
about?
Pantera. Thank you. One night and then Limp Bizkit the other night.
That's cool.
Oh, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
That's who we're talking about?
No,
Yes.
Metallica.
Metallica.
Well,
All right.
Who did we
well,
start off talking about?
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
And they're
Jenny.
still touring. I don't know if they're putting out new music that anybody cares
Yeah,
about,
I don't
but they've
know.
been touring for a while. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fred Durst's daughter is big on TikTok. And she posts a lot about Fred Durst.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Just dad lounging around.
And he
home.
also directed one of John Travolta's last movies that bombed at the box office.
he really?
It made like $5,000 opening weekend.
Oh,
No.
yikes.
Like
That's
it
tough.
was bad. I think it was
Oh.
called, if you can look it up, Brady,
Y2K?
The Fan? No, I think it was called The Fan.
John Travolta was in it?
Oh, the Fanatic.
The Fanatic.
If
Thank
you think, the pair of John Travolta and Fred Durst,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he didn't do well.
Right.
But John Travolta played like a weirdo fan-obsessed guy.
With Fred Durst?
No,
Okay.
just Fred directed it, I think. I don't know if Fred was in it. I don't
Okay.
think he was.
I could
but
see John Travolta doing that.
It must
Sure.
have like 9% on
Yeah,
Rotten
and
Tomatoes.
Devin Sawa was in it too.
Hey, my little crush.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I loved him in Casper. It was like my first real crush.
And you love John Travolta.
Yeah.
You could still have
No.
a crush on him now. He's not still young.
No, I guess not.
Yeah,
But
that
he's
would be
like,
fine.
Sure.
In
He's
fact,
not.
I think he's older than you.
He is, but he didn't hold. How do I say this? He didn't age the same way. You know what I mean? Like, don't ruin it. What? Hang on. I don't want to sound mean. He's just not my jam.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. This Fanatic movie. Wow, this is a deep dive on Wikipedia I want to do. Box office made $3,153.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's so
Now,
bad.
Did it only open in one theater in a small town?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
In
I have
Fred
no
Durst's
idea.
living room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wow.
Taking e-transfers.
Well, if you have some time, just watch even the trailer. It's cringe.
Okay.
It's really
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, where were
Yeah.
we?
That's where we were.
That's
That's
it.
exactly where we
Now
were,
it's
yeah.
time for the Hot Tub Podcast.
All right, sure, let's do it.
Thanks, Jenny.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
What is the worst thing a road rager could do?
boy.
Yell
Okay.
obscenities at you,
Yeah.
crash into you, give you the finger. Those are bad, but
Yeah.
this might be worse.
Oh.
It absolutely is worse. A woman in Pennsylvania
Oh,
was...
I know this story. Don't you dare.
What happened?
There's got to be another story
Please,
we
what
can do.
happened?
She was so upset
Is
at
it
another
exactly what I'm
driver.
hoping it is?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That she stopped, jumped out of her car, ran over to the other car and pooped on the hood.
That is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
What a
Oh,
performance.
That's not
What
phenomenal.
How do people do that on
I
command?
don't get it.
I've just
I
blown
don't
away.
get it. Yeah.
My
She
God.
turned her back to the driver and emptied her mouth.
I guess that's better than making eye contact with the driver and going.
my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Actually, the eye contact would be.
Somebody
that's
caught it
something
on
else.
video.
Of course they
No.
It sounds like one person cut off the other, words were exchanged, and it really
If I saw
escalated
somebody,
from there.
going over to the hood of my car, I would like move the car so they couldn't get on.
Yes.
Like I would shake the car back, reverse
Well, no, and
forward.
then she falls and breaks her head open.
no,
and
before
you're-
she even gets up there.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I'm just letting her poop.
Oh my,
That's phenomenal.
Jenny.
Oh, I'm sitting there calm as it can be and just
Calm
letting her,
as can be.
Oh, for sure. Why am I getting mad? Anybody who is that angry over anything that happens on the road needs to check
Doesn't
themselves.
that also
first of
concern
all.
you that she's like crazy though? And like
Yes.
Yeah,
what's
like I'm
next?
locking my doors for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not getting out of the car.
This is
No.
the video is unbelievable,
Can
guys.
you send it to me?
Yeah, of course
Okay.
I can.
So the police were called. They had identified the pooper as 44-year-old Christina
Oh.
Solometto.
Wow.
She's now facing charges of indecent
Yeah.
exposure, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief, and depositing waste on the highway.
Can I also tell you what I read about this story,
Yeah.
which is insane? Correct me if I'm wrong. She also tried to justify with the police that it was clean poop.
Yes, which she says I didn't even have to wipe. Which I'm looking at the crime scene. I'll put it that way. That's not true. That's not true at all.
okay.
She also
Oh my
doesn't go
God.
on. She doesn't stand on the hood. She's sort of like
Like she leans on
Yeah.
it, like she's bent over and she's pooping on the very front. That is
It
not a
also,
clean poop. That is not a clean
no. It also had some power behind it.
They want to
'cause she
isolate
was
that too.
Oh
like
my God.
she's like a foot away from the hood. And
That
it,
is
Yeah.
that is not poop. That's diarrhea, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
People are eating.
I feel like this wasn't her first.
Poop.
So she's done this
well,
before.
obviously not. But
Do
her
you-
first rage poop.
Do you drive directly to a car wash? Is this what you do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or I
police
may
station.
burn my car.
Yeah.
Set it on fire and walk away.
I mean, it's better that it's on the outside of the car than the
Oh my
inside.
God.
That's true.
This girl needs so much help, man.
Oh
But-
really? Why do
yeah.
you say that?
Yeah, and wet wipes.
Oh my God. And wet wipes.
Yeah.
I heard
That's terrible.
she's single. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you think she had like pooper's remorse when she sits in the car and then she's driving home and then
No.
she's thinking about
No.
what
Or
happened?
Or is she
like she had
proud of
time
herself?
to
Is she
reflect.
thinking like, I showed them?
Yes, and if she's defending it, it was clean poop. Like
That's
it,
not a
that
thing.
doesn't matter.
God.
No, that's like a
was
jumbo
not.
shrimp thing. You don't
Oh,
know.
What?
God.
What do you mean it's
It's an
jumbo shrimp?
oxymoron. You don't have clean poop.
It
Oh,
also,
okay, jumbo shrimp. I get it.
it also wasn't. Like it, this
Yeah, it was not. No,
I thought you said she was pooping because of jumbo.
no. I mean, who knows? Maybe. Could
Seafood
be.
doesn't agree with everyone.
Sure,
You
yeah.
know?
It's just the ability that people have to do this on command. I'm sending you guys the videos.
This
No,
is what I
no.
mean.
Don't send
Oh,
me
you
the
gotta
video.
watch it. It's
Oh,
unbelievable.
it's
I don't.
wonderful. Yeah.
and then she's just a filthy liar that it was a clean poop.
Why would you sit in your car and watch this and not do anything
Because
about
you're
it?
in disbelief, I think. Like
Yeah.
you're just like, and you have to see how it ends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, honestly, because what are you going to do if you hit her with your car? If you do anything like that,
I'll
you're,
reverse.
You're
You
going to
can
be in
reverse.
trouble.
He could have reversed. The person could have reversed. There was
That's
no
what
one
I'm saying.
behind them.
I'm reversing.
And it was
As
like a
soon as she
residential
gets
street.
Out, as soon as she
Yeah.
gets out of her car
Yeah.
and drops trowel,
I'm
I am
gone.
reversing.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
Like it's-
I
no.
get that.
Come on.
Again, I haven't seen the video. I will not see the video.
Oh, you gotta see the
You
video.
gotta watch the
I
video.
get it. Yeah,
I think I'm cry laughing. This is the best.
It is unbelievable.
no.
You guys are a 5-year-old.
Yep.
That's what you are.
Yep.
It's incredible.
yeah. Say poo poo.
No, we're not doing
I'm
that.
not saying
Come on,
any of
guys.
that.
Oh.
No.
One time.
No.
One time.
Come on.
Come on.
You're not
Rush.
even. They're
No.
asking you, not me.
No,
Come on.
I'm not
I
doing
already
it.
said it before.
You sure did.
Poo poo. There it is. See? Now it's your turn. You
I-
deal with this.
I'm leaving the show.
Can you
That's
say
it.
do the caca
Oh,
one?
sure, of course.
Caca. Caca. Poo poo. Poopy butt.
I said that you're 4. Are you
Poopy
5,
butt.
4? How old are you? 3? Are you 3 years old? What's going? Stop.
Poopy butt is the greatest.
Poopy butt is the best.
Poopy butt.
How did we ever get him to say this?
I have no idea.
I don't remember, but
what did we have on him?
I
No,
don't
nothing. I
know.
just you asked me to
You
do
went
it
with
once,
it?
and I went with it. And
Yeah.
that's fine.
Well, thank you
Where,
for doing
where are
that.
you in your life that you're doing this?
Not in a
Like,
good
where
place.
does that happen?
Like, what, pooping on, or Rush saying poopy butt?
No,
Or
I mean
caca.
getting out of your car
Yeah.
so angry
Yeah.
that you then go,
Yeah.
okay, this is the next logical step.
That's
Get
what I
it.
mean.
Poopy butt. There you go. Poo
Jenny,
poo.
okay.
And they're both gone now.
I can't.
It's
When
so
we
good.
start this, my stomach hurts from laughing. It will never get old for me.
Never.
Never.
No, poopy butt. It's true.
We need to get Mauler to say them. Can you just give us a
Come on.
poo-poo? Just give us a
Just
single
one
poo-poo.
poo-poo.
Have you, for all these years, ever met me to know that I will never
Never
give you that
say-
ammunition?
What about just a
Never.
poo? And
No.
I can double it up.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No.
Say poo.
Or a ca.
No, never. Never, ever.
Oh.
Ever.
Can we?
And
I absolutely
and
can.
I also can't believe Rush gave you that ammo.
I know.
That was so-
Man, that was the best day.
You just give me the idea.
I remember.
Oh, it's
They're
wonderful.
AIing you, and you're done.
It's true. Yeah. April 18th, 2023, the day Rush said poo-poo. I'll never forget it.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of
It
years.
has been a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it never gets
Uh-huh.
old.
No.
Thank you
Apparently
for
not.
that.
I'm almost at the point of I'm going to go and crap on your car. You can stop this right now.
And I'll record you.
It'll be a clean one. It's fine.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mauler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenni, and at Brady Jones Radio.
So there was a festival in California a week or so ago. It's called Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Huge, right? Like
Big,
every
big festival.
Every big name artist on the
Yeah.
planet's at this
Yes.
thing, right?
Yeah.
But we're not really going to talk about the big name artists. We're going to talk about what I see Brady Jones doing in his future.
Oh, fun.
Okay, all right, I'm in.
What have you got?
I know you're in. Wait till you hear this. Okay, so people are wondering if this is a dumb stunt or not. Kids 10 and under, by the way, get into Stagecoach for free.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple's TikTok video is blowing up after they snuck alcohol, Brady, into Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Recently by hiding it in a baby-shaped flask.
That's
Oh
incredible.
my
So
God,
it's
a fake
It's a
baby.
That's fake
It's a fake baby.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
If that doesn't sum up where I'm at in my life
That's it. Yeah.
in like one
Yeah,
item,
absolutely, yep.
then I don't know what does. That's
So
incredible.
It's a
my God.
realistic looking doll,
Uh-huh.
and there's a spout on the forehead to pour shots from,
Yep.
and a hole in the chest to fill things up. Now they hid the spout with a tiny cowboy hat, and they added sunglasses to help get through security.
There you go.
Wow.
Stagecoach probably won't change their policy just because this one couple
No.
snuck
Yeah,
in
they're
a
not the first person
booze-filled
to
baby.
sneak in
Yeah.
booze.
But Brady, look
this
at
is
this.
phenomenal.
Now I don't know if you can find this on Amazon. If
Yeah.
there is a baby flask.
Okay, so there is
Oh
like
my
a
God.
DIY version that I can make, which is hilarious.
Paper mache baby.
But it has to be like a good baby. You know,
Right.
it
Yeah.
has to
Yeah.
be realistic.
But
Here's
if you
another
get one of those like carriers, right? Like, and then you put the baby in
Yeah,
that
sure,
with a
100%.
sun hat and
And
whatever.
security's going to usher you through.
No,
right
you
away.
can
yeah.
again. The
Yeah.
issue is later on if people in there see you pouring shots from your baby's head.
No, but the baby's already full. It's more, and it just looks like I'm kissing the baby's forehead.
Oh,
right?
you're
Like there's a
sucking the
little
shots?
straw. Oh
There's a
yeah.
straw.
There's a straw that comes out of the baby's head, and so you just
that's
kind of go
better.
down and
And-
maybe remove the sun hat a little bit and a
Yeah.
little.
Oh yeah, and
You know?
every time SB goes in, it looks like
Oh,
she could be
yeah.
breastfeeding. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, don't look at me.
yeah. All my friends come over and kiss the baby. It's like, this is perfect.
I feel
knew
like
you'd
they.
like it.
This is genius.
Oh yeah, they feel like they should have put the straw like on the finger or something that you could like twist the finger off and then
Okay.
because then you're not
Yeah, but then
having
I'm
to
drinking from a finger.
Yeah, that's weird.
or
Don't
it's a
make it weird,
spout.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
No,
bad.
The head works because
That's
then
silly.
it
Yeah.
just looks like I'm kissing.
I
the
also
baby.
Yeah.
feel like by the end of the night, Brady's squeezing the baby's head to get
Yeah, yeah.
He's all like
Yeah.
shaking it upside down.
As everybody walks out, there's just a baby in the garbage.
Shriveled up.
Or if you're really drunk, you do the Lion King right over your head.
Oh yeah, that's
Pour
good
that
too. Sir, come with us, please.
Anyway, Brady, something to work on this
This
summer.
is such a good idea.
Because you're going to a few festivals, are you not?
Yes,
Yeah.
at least 2 this summer, and
Okay.
I think I gotta at least give it a shot.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, there's people who like go in like days before and dig
Oh, yeah,
up
they
like
bury-
Oh, yeah, I
bury
know.
booze
Oh, yeah.
and then go back to that spot.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I've
am
had friends
way
that have
too
done that.
lazy for that,
Yeah,
man.
that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So-
and I'd forget where I
Yes.
buried it.
And no offense to Rush and Jenny, you see why I brought this to Brady's
Yeah, no,
attention.
100%, absolutely. Yeah.
If anybody listening wants to DIY a baby flask for me, please reach out.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
The definition of a brick wall
Oh, you guys are excited.
is about
Oh,
to
it's
hit
happening.
us right there between the eyes.
Oh, yeah. You guys are excited.
I'm so
Are
torn
we?
about how I feel about
No,
this.
you're
I
not.
don't think you're
How are
torn.
you
I think you're
torn?
excited.
It's
laugh.
the
I
worst.
do laugh.
Jenny, you're an enabler.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
I
God.
know I am.
Hit it.
Because he's forcing us to do it. Now it's time for That's Not Very Punny on the Morning Hot Tub with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
So as we know, this weekend, Mother's Day.
Ah, yes, it is.
It is Mother's Day, and feel free to text in at any point on the banana phone and tell us how much you
Love the love.
don't want Rush to do Mother's Day jokes for
People
us.
are very excited.
Are they? Who? I want names.
I think everybody. I can't name the entire world.
Oh, God.
We don't have time for that. I barely have time for these, but let's get started. Mahler,
Yeah.
what did the hermit crabs do on Mother's Day?
Oh my God. What did the hermit crabs do on Mother's Day?
They celebrated their mommy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been any, like,
That was a good
anything.
start.
anything.
Anything.
Could have been,
Yeah, lobster, yeah.
Why'd you go with a hermit crab?
Jenny, you're going to like this one.
Oh.
What did the drummer call her 2 daughters?
What did the drummer call her 2 daughters?
And a 1 and a 2.
Pretty good. Yeah. All right, I'll give you that one.
Okay. Let's just end there because that was okay.
That was solid.
That was okay.
Not bad.
So, Brady, when does a joke become a mom joke?
When does a joke become a mom joke?
When it becomes apparent.
God.
I was a bit of a thinker.
Yeah.
Was
it
it?
took a second.
You got there.
But I got
You
there.
got there.
So bad.
Just don't laugh at every one of them.
But I won't laugh if I don't find them funny. I promise.
But they're all funny. Okay, we can continue. Sure, Mauler. What did the panda give his mommy?
What did the panda give his mommy?
A bear hug.
Oh, come on.
That was
That was a good one.
So bad.
Jenny,
Yeah.
what did the mama spider say to the baby spider?
what?
You spend too much time on the web.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Jenny, you didn't even see that
Sorry,
coming.
I didn't.
What
I
else?
really didn't.
Of course.
What else could it have been?
I never see them coming.
You're a great audience. And I mean that to all of you, including you, Brady Jones. Here's one for you. Why did the kids give their mom a blanket for Mother's Day?
Why?
Because she was the coolest mom ever.
Oh my God.
That would have helped.
My God.
Oh, boy.
It's so bad.
You're cracking
Right?
yourself up.
You're going to like this one.
Because you know it's not bad.
Exactly. You're right.
Mauler,
Yeah.
why did the cookie cry?
Is this why you're laughing?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did the cookie cry?
Because his mother was away for so long.
A wafer.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's good.
That was very good.
It wasn't terrible.
That was
It
good.
wasn't terrible.
Jenny, why was the mother firefly so happy?
Why?
Because her children were all so bright. Fireflies.
That's a
no.
stupid
Oh,
one.
that was
So it's
stupid.
averaging every
Yeah.
1 out of 5 jokes
Exactly.
is okay.
So far, he
no.
said 2 that were
Yeah,
like fine.
maybe.
2 out of 3.
Brady, why is a computer so smart?
Why is a computer so smart?
Because it listens to its motherboard.
See, that's just
Jenny. Boy,
Mother's Day
That's
coming up.
such like,
I was waiting for where does mom come in? And it worked.
You did.
Yeah.
You got there. You didn't know what was going to happen. Mauler,
Yes,
what
Rush.
did the mother rope say to her child?
What did the mother rope say to her child?
Don't be naughty.
No,
It was a
no.
rope.
They're getting worse.
That was
They
good.
are.
No.
No.
Jenny, you'll like this. What did the digital clock say to its mother?
What?
Look, Ma, no hands.
See? That was
Digital.
back.
That was
That
good.
was
That's
good.
pretty good.
But it's still only like a 5 or a 6 out of 10.
This could be the best one.
The threshold's very low.
Brady,
Yeah.
where do baby transformers come from?
Where do baby transformers come from?
Optimum Prime.
No, right. No.
No.
good.
No.
That was good.
You're
Oh,
done.
boy.
That's it.
What? I can do a couple more. Sure.
How?
Mauler.
Yeah.
What do you call a petite mother?
What do you call a petite mother?
Minimum.
Awful. Jenny, don't do it.
Jenny,
Don't
come
even.
I can't help it.
Minimum.
Don't do it.
Even
Mom.
now, aren't you losing
No,
steam?
well, a
You're
little bit, but
encouraging
I'm still
him.
here for it.
Okay, I can do one more, but then I
Okay.
really have to go.
Oh, that's
right.
all right.
Where are you going?
I
We still have a
I'll
lot
have
of
to go.
show left. Where are you going?
I have time for one more. Jenny, why did the baby strawberry cry?
Why?
Because his mom was in a jam. Good night, everybody.
Awful. Awful. Also, you
Happy
had
Mother's
so
Day.
many- was that 30 different jokes?
It went on
Seriously.
It
forever.
certainly
Yeah.
felt like it, didn't it?
It sure it felt like 50.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Save some for next year.
Happy
man.
Mother's Day.
So what? I'm gonna Brady. You're with me. Like two, maybe 3.
I'll give him
max.
like 2.5.
They were all
Okay.
very
The wafer
strong.
one was good,
Okay.
and there was another one that was okay.
Look at this.
And a
Look at this.
1 and a 2 was okay.
Yeah.
The
And then
texts are blowing up.
Yeah? Are they?
Love it. Love it.
There's Lisa. There's Rush's burner phone.
These are great.
There's Jenny texting in for some reason.
There you go, Rush and his puns.
That's so punny.
No, no, it's not.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Oh, it's that time of the week where we have to put ourselves through
Do we?
this.
Do we have
The
to?
best thing ever.
Now it's time to play Brady's on the morning hot tub with Mauler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Good morning.
Good,
Good morning.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to Brady's Game of Joy. It's where I make the rules every week. It's different. They got to do whatever I say. It's wonderful. Everybody loves it. But you know what? I'm not in a great mood today.
Oh,
Oh, no.
sorry about that.
Yeah. You know what? I am so sick of people emailing us and tweeting us and DMing us and stopping us at grocery stores and leaving letters at our homes and calling us from unknown numbers in the middle
People
of the
are
night,
doing
all to
that.
tell
That's
us
happening.
that this show has no educational value?
Does that happen?
Excuse me? You know what?
What?
Angry listeners, we, the four of us in this room, are very smart. In fact, we actually tone it down. And we do that for you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're very bright intellectuals.
Where is he going with
And
that?
we just
don't know.
we don't show it, and that's on purpose. In fact, did you know that all of us are basically historians?
I didn't know that.
No.
It's true. And not like, oh, we like World War II. No. You can literally mention any
Is that
year
a historian?
ever.
No, that's gonna make me sound like an idiot.
And
for sure.
and we can tell you all about that year. Literally any year. That's how
God.
brilliant we are. And today, my dear pals, Mauler, Rush, and Jenni are going to prove it. So I placed 2 cups in front of you guys there in the studio. Please pull a paper from each cup. Just there's a cup 1 and cup 2. You just pull one paper from each
Okay.
cup and then hand them down. Yeah, any paper you want. And don't look at them, okay?
Oh.
Don't,
Okay, sure.
That's fine. It's not a big deal if you do, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
what we're going to do to prove how amazingly genius we are, we're going to give our listeners a little bit of a history lesson. So Mauler, if you will flip your papers.
Yep.
And then make sure that the paper with the 1 is on the left-hand side. And
Okay.
the other paper is on the other. What are your numbers in front of you?
This is so funny.
What are your numbers?
Well, look.
Yeah.
This is all random, right?
Yeah, 100%.
People aren't going to believe this.
Yeah.
My first number is 18.
Okay.
My second number is 12.
Okay.
1812.
There you go. All right. Okay.
That's such a layup.
That's actually. Oh, is it?
Yeah,
You're
do you-
right.
Do you want me to switch them around?
No. I think this is great. This is, as Jenni said, a layup.
Well,
So please,
only know
Mauler,
one.
what you're going to do now is you're going to give an entirely accurate and incredibly detailed history lesson on all the major events that happened in the
God.
year 1812. Rush and Jenni, if you want to help them out, feel
Sure.
free to ask questions,
Sure.
bounce some ideas off
Yeah.
them. You got about 45 seconds to a minute. Are
so
you
long.
ready?
Yeah.
All right, tell us about 1812.
Oh, if we had to go back in time and visit 1812, I'll tell you, there was a war.
Okay.
what was it called, Mauler?
Well, initially they didn't know, but upon reflection years later, we would call it the War of 1812.
Who was in the War of 1812?
Well, some of those guys, some of those other guys, and boy, it was rough.
That was cruel, Rush.
Because you know what's coming.
I wasn't sure.
Also, do you guys know that was the invention of bread in
was
that
it in
year?
1812?
Yeah, it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
they were out in the wheat fields hiding
Really?
from not trying to get shot.
Felt like it was-
And one of the guys said, "Hey,
Good
let's
shot.
gnaw on this."
Yeah.
And so
was
they
bread.
decided to gnaw on some wheat and said, "You know, it'd be better if we bake this."
Ah.
Yeah.
Just the wheat?
Yeah, just well, they didn't know. It was the early stages.
So it
Right.
wasn't bread, it was
Right.
just baked wheat.
Baked
Yeah, that's
wheat.
right.
And did
Okay.
they have ovens? What did they use at the time? for that?
They used some of the fire that they were
Yeah.
building around their camps.
Okay, yeah.
And then so they would bake the wheat, and somebody said, "This is awful.
Sure.
We need to add more ingredients."
Yeah.
There was
Yeah, so
bread
other
a
than
long
the-
time before
the-
What
that.
did they add then?
Oh, they added. They found a box that had the word yeast written on it. I don't know why.
And they
Yeah.
thought, let's give this a whirl.
Yeah, let's put that in there
Yeah.
and add a little bit of water from our canteen.
Sure.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, man, they're having sandwiches left, right, and center.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is very
Right.
bread heavy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very bread heavy. Also, a lot of bread mentioned in the Bible, which was long before then.
Different kind of bread.
Yeah.
This was multigrain.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, they
Did
never
they-
mentioned multigrain
No,
back then.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
It was just cooked wheat.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Right.
But also, they didn't read the Bible, so they had no idea.
didn't know.
No.
Right, yeah.
All
yeah.
of the people in the War of 1812.
That's
or
right.
just in
Yeah,
general?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I had no idea.
Anyway,
Alright.
mainly the War of 1812 and the
Bread.
invention of bread, or what we know today as multigrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
You
it
see?
is.
Take
Yeah,
that,
I think
listeners.
so.
Yeah.
Do we know history or do we know history?
I think he deserved a ding there, so well
I-
done.
Absolutely.
Thank
Mauler,
you.
phenomenal job.
Thanks.
Over to Rush. Rush, what did the numbers on your papers say?
Well, I don't really understand this.
Yeah.
What do you have?
0401.
Okay, so the year 401. Yeah. So give us a very detailed breakdown. What are all the things? And again, don't act like you don't know.
Sure.
What are all the things that happened in the year 401? Over to you.
Well, it was a dark time
Yeah.
in 401.
Yeah.
There were people who were talking about the fact that their great grandparents were living in the time of Jesus.
Oh. Yeah, Close.
Great.
I'm not going to challenge you. It's
So
okay.
they're dealing with that, and then also
They were dealing with
that, and what? They were farming. And
They were farming.
were farming.
Oh, yeah.
And
Did they have wheat?
they did. They had wheat. They had also barley.
Oh!
Yeah, and corn.
Okay.
And all sorts of other things, vegetables too.
Are you just going to fill up 40 seconds?
That's the intention. Yeah. They did, and they tended to their fields.
Now,
yeah.
what were the dominant societies in the year 401?
What do you mean?
Well,
Farmers.
where did people live though? And,
Farms.
Okay.
A lot of farms.
In what part of the world and what were they like?
They sometimes they would go to the cities.
Oh, yeah.
And they would set up markets
Yeah.
where they would sell what they grew at their farms.
Corn
Yeah.
and barley.
That's right.
and
Now you're
wheat.
getting it. And they would have water as well, because hydration
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
important now. Important in the year 401.
Would
Yeah.
they bring their Stanleys to the market?
They didn't have
No,
Stanleys.
no,
not yet.
no.
Okay.
They had crude jugs made of ceramics.
Okay.
Oh, this is really good.
And they
Yeah.
would bring those to the markets, and they would drink their water, and they would sell their various crops.
Sure. Yes.
Then they would go home.
That's
Yeah.
very
Okay.
good. That's a
that's
really
good.
good synopsis
401.
of the year
Yeah.
401.
Yeah.
You see, listeners, again, we're 2 for 2. We have perfectly,
Oh, great.
perfectly described the years 1812 and 401.
we're really food heavy.
We're very food heavy.
really are.
Jenny, let's try to focus on some things other than food, okay? What year do you have?
I don't know how much happened between 40 whatever you got
Yeah. 401.
and 0644.
644.
A
yeah.
lot.
So the
A
year
lot happened.
644.
Yeah.
Jenny, that's a huge year.
Right?
In history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us all about all the things that happened in the year 644, again, without mentioning food.
In the year 644, they were talking about how their great grandparents
Yeah.
lived with Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was really a huge topic, right?
Yeah, well, again, for hundreds of years, people have just
Exactly.
discussed it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how.
The
And
biggest thing going.
exactly, and they decided they were done with bread. They were done with farming.
Done
They
with
were just
bread. Bread's not even
they-
around for another 1,200 years.
But still.
And no farming.
Wait, what wasn't around for 12
Bread,
years?
because he invented it in 1812.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This was not the multigrain. They had
Right.
sourdough.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they figured that out by accident. Just a bunch of
Okay,
cultures.
let's get away from the food.
stuff-
What
Yeah.
else was going on in society at the time?
There was a real trend in embracing your look. You know?
The look. Yeah.
So
Fashion was big.
it
I
was,
didn't know that.
and they
Okay.
realized that salt water would give you crazy beachy waves. Who knew?
Ah.
So that became,
Yeah.
Sure.
everybody was always trying to pull their hair back into
Right,
braids.
What about the
This was-
clothing? What was the clothing like in the
Their
in the year
clothing was very
644?
clothy.
Yeah. A lot of cloth. Yeah.
Everybody sort of blended
Yeah.
together.
They
yeah.
all very beige and clothy.
Nobody was
you know?
popping off. No. And where was this in the world?
Oh, I'm.
Everywhere.
I mean everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
But
Really?
mainly in what is now known as Texas.
Ah,
Wow.
sure. Why is it not Texas then? So,
crazy.
yeah.
Okay.
I know.
a lot of-
That's not true at all, Jenny, you idiot.
And how did they get around? Because obviously they started in Europe
Right.
and stuff.
Oh, for
But how
sure.
did they get to Texas?
They walked. And then
they
also.
walked to Texas.
Yes,
Walked.
they
From
walked.
Europe.
It's a wet walk.
Yeah.
It was a lot, and they swam.
Because all the continents were
swam.
together then?
They
or?
swam to their.
Well, no,
They were certainly
Mahler,
not.
Jesus' descendants. Obviously, they just walked right
Walking
across.
on water.
Walking on water.
Again,
Thank you,
also,
Brady.
your idea of them swimming a long swim
Well, they could do the float.
across
on a
the
boat,
Atlantic
yeah.
Ocean.
Right? Yeah.
Did they float
They
on bread?
built boats. They built boats out of wood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Easy.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, that's great. Thanks,
Dang.
Jenny.
Yeah. You know what, guys? Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
well,
you for
thank
proving
you.
my
Well,
point.
thank you.
We are geniuses.
Yeah.
And historians.
oh god.
I feel like Brady put the wrong numbers in.
What do you mean?
I don't
There should have been more teens in there, right?
don't feel like it was supposed to be
There were a lot of
04,
teens.
01 and
And now next time we do this, we could do BC too.
Yeah, I don't think
yeah.
we're going to do this next
I
time.
don't know.
Okay.
I don't think it's your segment, is it?
There you go, Brady. Really stupid game of joy
Yeah.
today.
It's just very food heavy.
Are we all hungry? Is that
I think so, yeah.
That's
I really
bread.
want
I want some
Sourdough.
toast. Yeah.
Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
For some people, it feels like nails on a chalkboard when someone says something wrong. Like it might even be more irritating to find out that they're saying it wrong intentionally. Okay, so someone asked the internet, what is your best I say it wrong on purpose example? And I have the most popular responses here. Okay. Someone said they call it the Google, mostly to annoy their kids.
Sure.
Rush and I
The
used to
Google?
say the Facebook.
The Facebook, yeah.
Because it
annoyed
was.
people.
It was on
And the
Facebook,
Twitter, you would say the
Facebook
Twitter.
and the Twitter,
too.
yep.
Someone else said they like to say, I'll give it a goog before searching.
I kind of
love
like that.
Give it a goog.
I'll give it a
I'll give it a goog, yeah.
We should adopt that on the show.
Oh, that's so
Give it a
good.
goog.
Yeah, give it a goog.
My wife went to write Google the other day, but she, like, her fingers were off and she wrote foofle, and I quite liked it. Foofle.
Do you think, though, that Google is going to get replaced by ChatGPT or something like one of those new ones? Because people will go to that.
I think more likely
than
Google will-
Google's AI
Yes.
will be the one that people go to because if people are used to going to Google and Google just gives them AI answers, I think people will stick with that.
And so many people use Chrome too that it
That's it, exactly.
it's integrated.
I would agree with you if Google didn't fail on every other level of everything they've ever done.
That's true. Yeah.
Google?
I think they're doing
Like
okay.
this worked really well, but when they tried to do other things like
Chat rooms
Yes.
and glasses.
I mean,
and
they
Right.
kind of own the internet, guys.
They
I think
do.
they're doing all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
but
getting by.
with the one thing.
Yeah.
well, they have YouTube too, but they didn't start it, but it's
But
theirs.
they didn't start
Yeah, they just
YouTube.
acquire everything.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Merlot instead of Merlot?
I had a server at a restaurant, a waiter said, we have a nice Merlot.
No, really?
No.
Oh,
dear.
Oh, no. What about Fajita?
Oh, yeah. Or
Fajita.
10,000
Jalapenos? Yeah.
Jalapeno, yeah, sure. Yeah.
say that a lot. Okay, it's all water under the fridge, somebody said. It's
pretty good.
It's not rocket surgery.
Nobody's saying this.
I guess people are.
I mean, I
That's
think they're
the
saying it to
comment.
just be funny. It's
You're
what they
right,
go
yeah,
with.
Yeah. Pronouncing scissors as skizzers.
Oh, God.
Saying
on.
sangwich. I guess
Sangwich.
inspired by how their
Yeah.
grandfather said it.
Yeah, I've heard sandwich
Yeah,
before.
my dad says popcorn, so I say popcorn.
Popcorn?
My wife says popcorn.
Does she?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
Popcorn.
like a French thing.
It could
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Saying espresso instead of espresso.
Oh, that
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, they don't do that on purpose,
No,
though.
I think that happens. Yeah.
Okay, someone said I was sick of people correcting me whether I say GIF or GIF. Whichever I say will be wrong to someone, so I started calling them GIFs.
I like that.
But then nobody knows even know what you're talking about.
I'm going to stick with GIF. I liked it. I think it was the first one. People went with GIF, and I like GIF better.
Oh, it's GIF, man.
It's GIF,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
I'm a
is.
GIF guy.
Well, some people got silly with it, saying stuff like "I'm living bi-curiously through you" and self-defecating.
That was SB. That was my wife.
Yeah.
Yes,
she
she did
thought
say that.
for years that it was bi-curiously, and she was saying that to all her coworkers and everybody, and no one corrected her, and she didn't realize it's vicariously.
Or saying self-defecating instead of
Oh
self-deprecating.
my God.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's not.
Oh,
Very,
that's gross.
very different.
Now that you mentioned that, I should probably have a chat with my wife tonight. Make sure that she knows.
Yes.
And this one is a big one. I hear a lot of people say this, irregardless.
Yeah.
It's just
Don't
regardless.
say that.
Yeah.
Regardless, yeah.
And finally, screenshot for the past tense of screenshot.
Oh.
I screen. Oh,
I
that's not bad.
screenshot. Yeah.
That's
no.
disgusting.
Screenshotted.
Yeah, screenshotted,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
We say weird stuff, like we have a lot of weird words that we use like in our family, even as like kids growing up, but we would say, instead of sour cream, we always say creme sueur.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just
And then
French.
we'll say
Yep.
gingembre. You want
Oh, what
ginger
about
ale?
What's that?
Pamplemousse juice.
Ginger ale.
Pamplemousse juice.
Pamplemousse juice, yeah.
that?
Is that a grapefruit?
Grapefruit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought for years that on a milk carton, it was called a spoutbeck.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know that was French. I thought, like, just open the spoutbeck.
Yeah. We have Nancy on our Facebook page. She said she calls it a charcutesy board.
Oh, okay.
Instead of a charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. I kinda like it.
Charcuterie. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a. Yes.
We call it charcutes.
Charcuterie?
Yeah, which they all just put a
Let's do
little
some
charcutes
tonight.
together,
Oh,
you
I
know?
like that. Yeah.
Why do we have to give a nickname
know.
to things?
I've
But you
So
guys
many
also, you
nicknames.
guys say, I mean, I don't know if I say it wrong or you say it wrong. I'm not sure which is the correct way.
Yeah.
But you both, like, don't
Who?
put the first R, the two of you,
Charcuterie.
in the first R in charcuterie. You guys both say charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Yeah. But
Charcuterie.
Yeah, but
yeah,
not
you
charcuterie.
Don't, you don't say charcuterie.
I
Nobody
think
says
you
charcuterie.
do. I
Can
think
you
that-
bring up the pronunciation on
Yeah.
Google?
'Cause,
Since
I mean, I'm
they're
actually
so
saying
You
loud?
kind of say it like charcuterie.
I
They
feel
don't
like
really
you're
say it.
probably right, but I think no one, like people
I don't know
say
that,
it.
like, it's, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, it is, hang on here. Where is it?
Charcutes.
No, I really have to know.
Oh, okay.
Charcutes helps us, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Okay, hang on. Here we go.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, it's an R.
Charcuterie.
It's
Yeah,
charcuterie.
yeah, I think you're right.
And I don't think
like
this
it.
is like an almond thing. I think this is I think charcuterie is like saying shabuzi. Not, it's not charboozy, it's shabuzi. This is charcuterie. I think you have to pronounce the R.
I think you're right, but I think people just gloss over it. It's like Toronto is Toronto, not Toronto.
Not Toronto.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But technically it's Toronto.
You have to go with the masses, or you sound like a fool.
But I feel like the masses say charcuterie.
I don't think they
I don't
do.
know. I think I kind of say the R, but I sort of
gloss over
gloss
it a little bit.
over it
And
a
I'm
bit,
just going to say charcutes.
Yeah, charcutes.
That works, yeah.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Or just a plate of ham and cheese.
Yeah, that's better, yeah.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Now it's time to play Truth Busters.
We'd love to use the entire theme to that Ghost movie franchise, but we're entirely sure that Sony Pictures is better lawyers than the Morning Hot Tub. So please do not sue us. Please don't sue us. Thank you.
On the Morning Hot Tub with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Yep.
Okay. My friends here, Rush, Jenni, and Brady, must decide whether this is real or fake. And we'll go around the room and see who gets what right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget who won last time, but
I
doesn't
think I
matter.
did.
Oh, you think you did?
Sure. Probably.
Sure.
All right.
You do win everything.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to head over to Russia
Oh,
Okay.
Russia, yeah.
for the Bubble Baba Challenge. The Bubble Baba Challenge.
Okay.
Participants navigate river rapids while riding inflatable sex dolls.
Ooh.
The Bubble Baba Challenge in Russia, St. Petersburg does this. Participants navigating river rapids while riding an inflatable sex doll. Rush, you should have done your line.
Been there.
Yeah.
I had a question, but I'll ask afterwards.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, you don't want to reveal. Should we reveal now or do we reveal later?
I think we
do it now.
Yeah, I think we do it now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rush, real or fake?
I think it's real.
I said real.
I also said real only because of the name.
Yep.
You wouldn't think it's a very Russian thing, but just the name feels
Yeah.
The
legit.
question I was going to have is it the whole thing real or fake, or is it there's a name and it could be something else?
No,
It
no.
could be washing sheep.
Everything I'm saying is either all real
Okay.
or it's
Okay.
all fake.
Then I went with real.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
The correct answer is real. Everybody gets a point.
All
Right. Got it. I'll keep track of points.
Thank you.
Synchronized sneezing contest. Synchronized sneezing. This is in Milan, Italy, by the way. Teams perform sneezing routines, choreographed, obviously, judged on timing, volume, and flair.
Wow. Flair is very funny.
Yeah.
Synchronized sneezing, real or fake? Does everyone have their guess?
Yes.
Yeah, I got my
Yes,
guess.
yes.
Yeah.
This
Rush?
is fake. Absolutely fake.
Yeah, it's fake. You can't synchronize a sneeze.
There you
I
go.
also said fake, although I really would love for it to be real.
Yeah.
I would
it's
love
not.
to watch this.
It is not real.
It is fake.
Yeah.
Nice, guys.
All right.
Oh, look at us getting points.
We're doing well.
You guys are doing very well. But how about in Tokyo, Japan, competitive sleep racing? Participants try to fall asleep the fastest in a sleep lab, with winners determined by brainwave monitoring. Competitive sleep racing. If you listen to this show, we try and do that every morning.
Sure, yeah, we do.
See if you can beat the clock. Rush, what did you...
Absolutely real.
Yeah.
Real?
This
Yeah.
is real.
This
for
is totally
sure.
real. Yeah.
I said fake.
Yeah,
I don't
Honori
know.
Fujiwara is the best at it.
Oh, is
He's-
he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He is a sleep champion.
Yeah. No, this doesn't feel
Yeah.
legit because it's too technical. I think with all
Okay.
the hookups and stuff.
So it's either real or fake. Everybody's tied right now.
Yeah.
You said
which
this
means,
was in Japan?
Yeah.
this is in
Oh, yeah,
Tokyo.
this is totally real.
So yeah, everybody's even Steven.
You got me. As soon as it's a sleep lab, I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
this is real.
It is fake.
Damn.
Brady Jones.
Right.
Brady
As
takes the
if.
lead.
Oh, my
right.
God.
Brady.
would've-
Brady.
What have I
believe
been
that.
watching?
All right, next one. Competitive cloud watching. Oh, Jenny, this is over in Ireland.
Oh,
in
Ireland.
Dublin. You've been there?
Yeah, and have a pint at the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Competitive cloud watching. Participants identify and categorize cloud shapes with points awarded for creativity and scientific accuracy.
Nope.
Competitive cloud watching.
It's fake.
Oh, I think this is real. There's so many meteorologists passionate about like cloud formations and what they do and stuff. I think this is real.
Yeah, I agree with Jenny. I think it's like the perfect combination of like nerd
Yeah.
and like artsy too. 'Cause
Exactly.
there's some creativity, a lot
Yeah.
of creativity in this. I think this is definitely real.
You lose me on the creativity part, so no, that this is fake.
It is
Come on.
fake. break. Rush gets the point.
There we
I
go.
am now going to
And
lose.
this is the last one. Now,
Oh,
if they
boy.
both, it could be a three-way tie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
or
true.
Rush or me
Yeah.
could win.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
Rush or I.
Rush or I, yeah. We both have 3. Jenni has 2.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? The shin kicking championships.
Oh, boy.
Over in England, jolly old England, competitors tried to knock each other down by kicking their opponent's shins.
Wow.
Shin kicking championships.
Now, this is
In-
a fun
in-
fact. I've actually seen this, so I
Oh.
know it's real.
Oh, yeah. But have you seen the one in England that I'm talking about?
I'm sure it's the
it
one
could
in
be
England.
somewhere else in the world,
I've
but the one we
absolutely seen
talk
it.
about
Yep.
is in England.
And am I just saying that just to throw them off? Who knows?
Right.
But I'm
would it be
telling you, I've seen
Well, I
it.
can't. I already wrote my answer down.
Yeah.
So when you said you saw it, I was like, man, I said fake.
Yeah, I wrote down real only because power slapping is a thing, right?
Yeah.
In North
Yeah.
America, where you slap people. In England, they're all about like soccer,
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
They're all about
And
kicking.
that's where this comes from.
I think like it has to be.
And I
real.
can't imagine how they deal with, the pain
Oh,
of
the
this.
pain.
Oh, God, it would hurt so much.
God.
Okay, so Jenny, you're out there on your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could win
You-
or I could
Hey, maybe
tie
it
or
Could
I
be a
could
three-way tie.
lose.
Yep.
If
Okay.
we're both wrong.
The shin kicking championships. By the way, I say that slowly because I don't want to
I
screw
know.
up.
Yep, that's right.
Is real.
Yes.
All right.
Rush
Yeah.
and Brady tied. You guys want a tiebreaker
Oh, yeah,
then?
please. Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
Jenny's out of this.
Fine. Can I play just for fun?
Sure.
sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Because we can't have 1 minute of this show not about Jenny.
That's right.
We can't allow it. Not even 30 seconds.
No.
All right, boys,
Yep.
ready? Head to head.
Okay.
Frozen Dead Guy Days. This is in Colorado, US of A. A festival honoring Frozen Man, featuring coffin races and frozen salmon tossing. Frozen Dead Guy Days.
Sounds real to me.
I also wrote real.
Damn.
I feel like it feels like a small town thing.
does,
You know,
yeah.
maybe in like a college town.
Yeah, and the name of it sounds too
Yeah.
real to me. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I said differently, but
Yeah.
I wrote down real.
It's real.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll end in a tie today,
that's
my
all right.
friends.
Yeah.
We should
Well
start
done.
keeping track of this because I'm sure I won last time.
You didn't actually. I won last time. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah, I
actually?
did.
I think you won like pathetic punchline at like November 2024, and you're still riding that high.
What is it called, Brady? Truthbusters?
Truth Buster. Wait, careful,
Yes,
careful.
we don't want to get sued.
litigious.
Yeah, because Ray Parker's still alive.
Yeah.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady.
Oh, this is so fun. So every couple months or a couple times a year, we do a lot of great promotions with La Maison d'Or.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love
They're great.
them. They are so amazing. We did one a few months ago called Keys to the Diamonds contest.
Yeah.
And we had a winner. It was Nick. And he had a girlfriend, I guess now fiance.
Right.
Sarah.
Spoiler!
Yeah.
Well, it is a spoiler for sure. We have Nick on the banana phone, and this is so much fun because of the great lengths that he went to get this proposal all down
Yeah.
pat.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nick.
Morning. How are you guys doing?
Good.
First of all, congratulations. How surprised
Yeah.
were you that night at La Maison d'Or?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was an absolutely incredible night. I brought Sarah's sister with me and her daughter, so I have my little niece there with me, which is super special. But
Aw.
yeah, opening up that vault was like, man, my heart absolutely jumped out of my chest. It was incredible.
Yeah, no kidding. It was
Very
really cool.
cool.
So there was, I think it was 5, right, Nick? 5 contestants, and
That's
you,
right,
You,
yep.
you each had a key, and they get to put the key in, and only one of the keys actually works, and then that's
Yeah,
the
I
winner.
was the first
Right.
one.
Whoa.
I was the first one, so I felt terrible for everyone else because they're all clapping, but they know that they're
Oh man.
So to rewind, you mentioned who you were there with. So your girlfriend at the time, Sarah, didn't know that you were going to this event?
She had no idea, and the lengths that I had to go to make sure that she didn't know
Yeah.
were pretty extreme because I have a very regular schedule on Wednesday nights, and the contest was on a Wednesday night, so I had to like set my phone location, leave my phone at the gym.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good
it
for
was
you.
crazy.
Oh, I love it.
It sounds
is
like
amazing.
cheating without cheating.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Jenni, if you think you did a lot of work for that, just you wait, because the rest of this proposal
Yeah?
is incredible. This engagement was, what, 4.5 years in the making?
That's right. Yeah, we've been together for 6 years, and I started planning this engagement in the summer of 2020.
Oh boy!
And started putting the pieces together. The first photo that I got, it was a series of hidden letters in photos that we'd taken over the last 4.5 years. So the first one I got was back in December of 2020. On the Christmas tree, I hid an ornament that had the letter M on it. And then ever since then, I've been hiding these letters in the backgrounds of photos that we've taken all over the place. One was in Costa Rica for her sister's wedding. One was at a cottage. One was hiking in the Adirondacks. So just chipping away, getting one every once in a while. And then once I finally got them together, I had to kind of put it together in a puzzle for her to solve so that she could spell out the final message. So that was
what was the final message?
So the final message was just marry me,
Okay.
with the question mark. But what we did was we booked a trip to Europe together, and when we were there, we did this really cool kind of scavenger hunt. And this is so like something that Sarah would do, right? She loves solving puzzles. She loves scavenger hunts, that kind of thing. So we did a scavenger hunt when we were in Amsterdam. It was set up like through this company that's kind of like an escape room where you're going around the city finding clues and unlocking puzzles, that kind of thing. And so at the end of the scavenger hunt, they gave us this bonus clue. So they had us follow a map to a local park. And then there, she opened up the envelope, had all the photos there. She was completely shocked, had no idea what she was looking at. She was like, why are all these bad photos of me in this envelope? And then once she put them together, I mean, I was down on one knee with the special Maison bar ring.
Nice.
It was
love
awesome.
it.
Where did you come up with the idea to put the letters in the photos?
I was biking back from work one day back in the summer of 2020, and I was just thinking through my head of things. Like, I knew that I wanted to marry her. I just knew that at that time, like, we still got to figure out our careers and stuff like that. So I knew that I wanted to marry her, but just wanted to think of something that would kind of show effort over time. So as soon as I thought of it, I stopped dead in my tracks, called my best friend and said, hey, I got to tell you this idea so that I don't forget it. Yeah, you can't tell anyone, obviously. I had to keep it a big secret for a long time. So.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Oh,
Wow,
it was
that's
meant to
good.
be for you to win this.
With all these letters that you were hiding in photos and stuff, was there at least one time you almost got caught? Like, did she see a letter and
good
say,
question.
what is that?
Well, so I went to really great lengths to make sure that didn't happen. Most of them, I'll show you guys the photos afterwards. Most of them are pretty inconspicuous. You can barely see them in the photos. There was one where I put it on a chocolate strawberry that I made for Sarah for Valentine's Day. And just in case she noticed the letter was the letter A, I put an H on the strawberry right next to it, but I made it look like a kind of a bad H. So that if she noticed the A, I'd say, I was going to write Happy Valentine's Day, but I gave up after the...
Good for
Nice.
you.
Yeah.
So smart.
Yeah.
I
covered my bases.
So Nick made this like awesome video and he posted it on his socials, but we're gonna get it up on our socials like right now. So if you want like all the visuals of all of this,
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
it's going up right now because it's so cool, dude. I'm so happy that
You're
my
so
proposal
awesome.
is behind me and everything because you set the bar so high.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I mean, don't worry. Our wives will still look down on us. So, yeah, we'll hear about this.
Yeah.
And so I guess to end this, you got down on the knee, and was there tears? How did it go at that moment when it all came to a head, so to speak?
So Sarah was definitely surprised. I proposed on my birthday, so she was definitely not expecting it to happen then. When we got to the park, I had this letter, and my one mistake in this whole process was I thought it would be a good idea to put a cipher on the letter, just make one more level of difficulty. She had to close the letter. So I didn't realize it was going to take us 30 minutes together, and I didn't have a pen on me. So I was like, asking people to park for pen. Anyways, we got it done, but once she got the first line of the letter, she kind of knew something was coming.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
So when I got down on one knee and finally asked her after she made it through the letter and the photos, she said, "I've been crying for 20 minutes." Said yes.
So when is the big day? Do you guys have a date picked out?
We're thinking September 2026.
Okay.
Nothing's on the books yet. That's our target, though.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well,
This
for
is
Sarah to
awesome.
figure out the venue, she's only got 5 more obstacles to get there. Hopefully she shows up and she completes all the missions to get there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of La Maison d'Or, Nick, and all the great things they did for you?
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you to you guys. Thank you to La Maison d'Or. You guys were fantastic. They were so helpful. It was a custom engagement ring, so they helped me out with going through some ideas. And then, of course, the custom engagement ring process is really cool, really special. So we are so incredibly lucky to have you guys on our side and to have La Maison d'Or support with this. And just it was the perfect way to kind of wrap up this engagement story.
That's awesome.
That's why I
this
tell
is
people
amazing.
all the time, selfishly, I just want to talk about the radio station for a sec, Nick. People got to enter contests.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously.
Like, I know people hear it a lot on the radio and go,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but seriously.
Yeah.
What have you got to lose?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and some of these prizes are like literally life-changing.
Yeah.
Right? It's so
Absolutely.
awesome. And hey, speaking of La Maison d'Or, coming up on Friday, we have news of another contest.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, good tease.
Love it.
All right, well, Nick,
Nick, you can't win that contest.
yeah,
Yeah, sorry, Nick.
please give our best to Sarah. Sounds
Yes.
like you're an amazing, adventurous couple, and we wish you the best next September. That's amazing. So good luck.
Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
Like what you just heard? Tell a friend. Tell a friend. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mauler, Rush, Jenni, and Brady wherever podcasts are found.
Follow the gang on socials for more fun at Mauler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenni, and at Brady Jones Radio.
The Hot Tub Podcast, a part of the Stingray Podcast Network.